One of the most unique cycling experiences in Montreal is the Petite Voie du Fleuve, or the Little River Route. Starting at a Formula One racetrack and ending at a beach, this 15-kilometer path takes you down a narrow stretch of land separating the St. Lawrence River from the South Shore Canal, while giving some impressive and changing views of the Montreal skyline.
To start from Montreal, you want to take the Jacques Cartier Bridge or the Concordia Bridge to Parc Jean Drapeau, specifically the southern island with the Gilles Villeneuve Racetrack. This is an active Formula One circuit that's open to the public when it's not in use. It's about 4.5 kilometers long and you can test your speed against road cyclists and even buses.
When you're done having fun here, you can continue on to the river path. It's extremely flat and mostly paved with some gravel too. This trail is really good for views of the Montreal skyline that change as you go further and get increasingly different angles of the city. Depending on the time of year, you might have to deal with bugs on the trail.
We followed the path for about 15 kilometers to the Montreal suburb of St. Catherine. Here you'll find a beach and campground complex called RécréoParc. We didn't have time to stop here on our trip, but it was definitely a place to keep in mind for bike trips in future summers.
This is where the river path officially ends. You can continue along the same narrow strip of land past RécréoParc for another 10 kilometers or so on other trails and roads, but there aren't any more exits to the mainland, so you'll have to turn around at the end.
You can follow the same river route back to Montreal, but we decided to return on the mainland instead to see more of the surrounding towns. After crossing the lock to St. Catherine, we followed the route Verte through South Shore suburbs like Brossard.
The bike lanes here are completely separated from traffic and very pleasant to ride on. We're not exactly sure why, but suburbs in Montreal seem more likely to have good bike infrastructure than suburbs in other cities, although there are plenty of gaps.
One advantage to taking the mainland back is getting to cross on the new Champlain Bridge. The views of Montreal are well worth the steep climb at the beginning. You even get a really cool bird's eye perspective on the Petite Voie du Fleuve after having biked it.
All in all, we consider this a must-do trip for cyclists who are at all interested in exploring Montreal. It's a little outside of the city, but it's a unique adventure and it's a pretty accessible day trip for any skill level. The bridges are the hardest part, but you can walk your bike or even just take your bike on the metro to Parc Jean Drapeau if you want.